Okay, here we are. So let's just begin with a short settling practice. I'm going to lead you into some pranayama, some breathing practice work, and then we will shift into a energy healing journey. I don't know exactly what will come because I'm just opening the pathways in the channel to see what needs to come through today. So all I ask is just come with an open mind, an open heart, and know that with any energy healing work, you are always in the driver's seat. I will probably bring in some downloads. This is part of my theta healing training, and it's used in that style of energy healing. I'm going to be simply bringing in what comes through from whether that's a Reiki training, access consciousness, bioenergy healing, Akashic record work, and theta healing. So it's just an amalgamation of the last 26 years of this, or maybe lifetimes, it kind of feels more accurately. So stay open and also know that you get to decide what feels correct for you. As always, be in your authority, be in your sovereignty. This is really the name of the game, is that we come into greater coherence with who we truly are. We come into greater coherence with the essence of our soul signature. So we all have a unique being, our soul, our higher self, whatever you want to call it. And I believe that there's a tone, there's a sound, there's an energetic frequency that is unique to each and every one of us that cannot be replicated, that cannot be taken from you. This is who you are at your essence. And all of the work that I've ever done, when I look back, whether it's through yoga, whether it's through Ayurveda, whether it's through energy healing training, all of these systems and modalities all point back to know thyself. All of these modalities point back to returning home to who we always were. And it's not about doing more or even figuring anything out. It's almost always about shedding the conditioning and the programming of the external world, of other people's ideas and beliefs that were based in fear, lack, scarcity, overwhelm, confusion. So this is really the focal point of all of the work that I do, is supporting you to return to the essence of you, to remember that soul signature, that unique vibration that is you. And we can't do that when we're caught up in our logical mind, or letting our logical mind dominate and be the only way to live. And this has been the patriarchal world that we've been brought up into, is to really honor that belief system of right, wrong, good, bad, and leads into things like perfectionism and comparison and all of these energies that thieve away our own knowing of self, our own creative potentiality and power. And so this is the work. This is the work. And today we will dive into this. So let us begin with the settling practice, and then I'm going to take us through some breath work before we go into the journey, just to really get you uh, available, open and available. So I'll invite you to close your eyes if that feels good for you. And as you go inwards, start by noticing where your attention is drawn. Is it drawn up into the mind, into thoughts of past or future? Is it drawn to some specific place in your physical body? Maybe a place of strain or tension. And then you decide, where would you like to put your attention right now? You get to choose anywhere. It can literally be somewhere in your physical body, in your heart center, in your womb space, even in the tips of your toes or your feet if you're wanting more grounding. We always have this choice of where to put our attention. We always have the choice of, what meaning am I making out of anything? We always have the choice. even when it doesn't feel like it, even when we've been programmed to believe that external things are just happening to us. And I understand the ego hates to hear this. The ego doesn't want to hear that it has choice. It will fight you on that. It will fight me on that. It will fight us on that to continue to claim its position of control, its position of separateness. And it is the separateness that is causing the pain, causing the confusion, the delusion, the illusion. Our belief in separateness is our suffering. When we have forgotten where we've come from and who we truly are, we suffer. So begin by taking 3 deep cleansing breaths. Inhaling through the nose, you can exhale out through the mouth with a sigh or a sound. Letting go of your day so far. Letting go of both past and future. Giving yourself full permission to arrive here and now. Be here. You're here anyway. So be fully here. And know that you can always return to whatever thought processes, figuring out all of the conditioning ways of being. You can always return to that. In fact, it's kind of inevitable that that habit will continue at times. But for this time, we're creating a sacred container and opening up a sacred energetic portal, a direct portal to remind you that you're always connected to Source, Spirit, the divine, God, whatever word you want to use. You can't not be connected. But our human mind can obliterate that connection so quickly. So give yourself permission to not only be present, but to allow this connection to be felt, to be realized, to be understood, and to be accepted. And if it doesn't feel like that quite yet, just set the intention that throughout this practice, throughout this experience today, it will be. It will be felt and experienced. And that it will actually be your normal. That this is our natural birthright, is to live as Source, with Source, in this oneness, in this harmony, allowing Source to guide our heart, our body, our mind, our choices, to no longer be a servant to fear and overwhelm, scarcity, to come back, to lead the energy on the planet. And as the light workers, we need to remember more often. We need to gather more often. We need to come together in communities and spaces and circles that bring us back into truth. Not my truth and your truth, but the truth. The truth of this loving universe. The truth of a benevolent atmosphere. The truth that love will prevail. And that it's our responsibility to harmonize with inner peace so that we can support the outer peace in the world, in the global stage. So we do this through reclaiming our own peace of mind, our own peace of heart. We do this through taking care and nourishing our body. We do this through honoring and exalting this life that we have, uplifting ourselves, and no longer succumbing to the negative projections of others, our own inner critic, the programming that is so insidious inside of us that wants us to believe that there are things to fear, that it's hard, that there's not enough. But I invite you to come into your heart. And I ask for light ahead for this time together. We begin with gratitude. I'm so grateful for this gathering. I'm so grateful for your presence. I'm so grateful for the technology that supports this coming together from all places on the planet to join here in consciousness, to join here in union and remembering and recollection of our purpose, of our power, of our deep inner knowing of who we are and why we're here, in the glory and the upliftment of life, the expression, the adventure, the joy of life, the creativity, and all of our experiences. The experiences based in contrast, the challenging experiences where we grow, where we strengthen, where we clarify what our standards are, what we will and what will not tolerate, the challenges that arrive for us to strengthen our spirit, not to diminish, not to destroy us, but invitations, initiations that we have chosen, that we have said yes to, that cannot take you away from yourself and can never separate you from the energy of Creator, the energy of all of creation. We are all part of it, nobody more or less, completely available. Source, spirit, nature, life. This energy is available to all of us in the exact same degree. So take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And I call upon ascended masters, our benevolent ancestors, those here to support us from the angelic realm, those light workers through all time and space here to support us, to uplift us, to cheer us on, to have our back. So imagine, sense, or feel a team of loving light workers at your back, whether that is your benevolent ancestors, whether that is Archangel Michael, Gabriel, whether that is Buddha, Jesus, Kuan Yin, anyone that you resonate with, any vibration that you feel aligned and attuned with, call upon them now, call it into your heart to walk with you, to amplify this healing, to amplify your remembrance. Take another deep breath in, a slow, steady breath out. And I'll invite you to move into a pranayama practice very simply, the square breath. So you will inhale, hold the breath at the top, and then exhale and hold the breath at the bottom, all for the same count. So if you're counting in for 4, then you'll hold the breath for 4, you'll exhale for 4, and again, you'll hold for 4. And remember, with any of the kumbhak, any of the breath retentions, if there is absolutely any strain, either decrease the number or just come back to breathing in and out at equal ratio, whatever feels best for you. When you're ready, you can begin by inhaling and then holding the breath, exhaling, and then hold the breath at the bottom. Continue in that way at your own pace. Stay with the breath. Stay with your count. Keep your shoulders relaxed, your face easy. Maybe you add one more count to your breath so you lengthen it slightly. And the next time that you exhale, complete your practice there. And keeping your eyes closed, just let the breath return to its natural rhythm. Notice how you're feeling inside in your physical body, also mentally and emotionally. Just checking in. And then sensing the space around your
Oh,
physical body. Sensing the space that your body is held in. Feeling your aura. Maybe your aura feels very close into your physical body today or quite far out. Just sensing, feeling, or even imagining. If you're not sure, just make it up. Where would you like your aura to be around your body today? Would you like it close in? Would you like it 6 feet away? Would you like it miles around you? What feels correct for you right now? And perhaps you'd like to sprinkle in some color into your aura, or maybe it's golden light or white light. You decide. There's truly no way that you can do this incorrectly. Trust yourself. And then soften inside of this orb of light. Know that this is your protection. This is your healing space. This is the space that nobody, unless permitted, gets to come in psychically, energetically, emotionally, mentally. Not that you protect out of fear, but just clarity of this is who I am, this is where I am, and this is what I allow in, and this is what I don't allow in. So if you do not align with complaining or negativity or victimization or martyrdom energy, that can all just bounce off of you. You don't need to be porous in that way to other people's disruptions or projections. And now begin to fill this orb of light with love. You can imagine love pouring in through a portal at the crown, coming into your sphere. This love energy pouring into your body, all the way to your tips of your toes and your fingertips. And this love energy, infinite, eternal, it begins to overflow beyond your physical body, beyond your auric field, in fact. So much love, you don't need to hold on. You don't need to grasp for it or control it. Simply open your heart, your mind to receive it. Yes, I am open to receive the love of Creator. I am open and willing to feel it now, to remember this as my birthright. I know that I am lovable. I know that I am loving. I live through the lens of love. I see the love in me. I see the love in others. I see the love in nature. I am surrounded by love. Life loves me. Life fills up my cup. And every time I forget that, I suffer. I am choosing to remember gratitude. I am choosing to remember grace. I'm choosing to remember to see through the eyes of loving. Not passivity, not compliance, but loving. True, unconditional loving. And I send this love to those on the planet who are suffering. Send this love, direct this love to areas of strife and conflict, both in myself and in the world. I will not diminish my vibration of love and joy. There is nothing that will take away the pure vibration of my higher self. It is my birthright to feel good. It is my birthright to be healthy, to be at peace. And I know that I have to choose it. I have to remember it. I understand that the external world will present me with so many other situations and circumstances. I have the faith to choose again. I have the strength to allow love in. It is easy for me to surrender to letting love in. It is easy for me to surrender to allowing my health to be incredible. I allow love in. I allow health and vitality into my body, into my mind, into my energy field, into my home, into the spaces that I go and visit. When I walk out my front door, I'm surrounded by loving light. It is easy for me to remember the truth. It is easy for me to remember Creator and that I am part of creation. Take a deep breath in and a slow, steady breath out. And just sending that metta, sending that love to all sentient beings, to all who suffer, to all who are struggling with their health, physically, mentally, emotionally, to all those who are struggling, not having food or clean drinking water or a home. Sending love and peace to all who are struggling on this planet right now. Sending strength and courage. And we give thanks that it is done. We give thanks that our prayers and that our love activate our own cellular structure, our own vibrational frequency, and that through this harmonization of self, we send that loving presence to wherever it is required and needed on this planet at this time. Take a deep breath in and a slow, steady breath out. We'll prepare to go into our journey. You can sit up, you can lie down, wherever you're most comfortable. We'll enter through the portal of the heart. Come into your heart space. And from your heart, visualize, sense, imagine a golden cord from your heart that travels all the way down through the center of your body, out through the pelvic floor, down through the many layers of the earth, down, 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 to reach the very core of the earth. And that golden cord merging and melding with the molten lava at the core of the earth. This primordial energy, this Shakti power, the energy of creation, the energy of vitality, the energy of clarity, the energy of health, prosperity, well-being, and overflow moves from the center of Mother Gaia up and up, up through this golden cord, all the way back up into your heart. And this cord begins to grow up from your heart, through your throat, through the midbrain, out through the crown, reaching up and up and up, all the way to the sun, and then beyond the beyond. Follow this golden cord beyond the sun, beyond our solar system. Follow this golden thread up and up and up, all the way to other galaxies, beyond the beyond, until your consciousness starts to open beyond your name, beyond your career, your roles, or the masks that you wear. Opening up consciousness into the eternal, into the infinite, so that you can receive all of the codes that are required for your greatest evolution through all time and space, so that you can receive those codes here and now. So that you may receive the codes of prosperity in harmony with your divine blueprint, so that you may receive the codes of vitality, health, and well-being in alignment with your divine blueprint, so that you may receive the codes of union in alignment and harmony with your divine blueprint. Take a full breath in. Visualize, sense, or feel the energy of these codes coming all the way down through the furthest parts of the galaxies, of the cosmos, and these codes coming all the way down into your crown, through the chakras, assimilating, harmonizing with your energy system in an easy way, in a loving way, in an uplifting way. You don't even have to know precisely what those codes are, but just allowing and trusting that Creator has brought the perfect codes for you, the perfect codes for your next step on your journey, the perfect codes for your evolution, understanding, and unfolding. And you do not need to wait for prosperity. You do not need to wait for healing. You do not need to wait to experience the life that you came here to live. But you do need to say yes. You do need to be willing, and you do need to make the move. You make the move, and then creator responds. It's not the other way around. Most people are waiting for a sign, waiting for spirit. You decide, and spirit meets you there in the frequency of faith, in the frequency of action, in the frequency of courage, in the frequency of love, in the frequency of determination, in the frequency of creativity. Take a deep breath in and a slow, steady breath out. And bring your focus into Chittakash. This is the space behind the closed eyes, that dark space. Maybe there's shapes or colors, or maybe it just appears like pure darkness. And holding your attention here as you imagine a staircase and look down and see your feet at the top stair of this staircase. And notice the staircase. Is it wood? Is it metal? Is it indoors or outdoors? You can put one hand on the railing if you choose, if there's a railing, if that feels good to you. And then take one step down. And as you step down, relax your body. And then take the next step down, becoming even more relaxed, open, and available. And taking the next step down, softening your face, your shoulders, your belly. Take another step down, feeling the step beneath your feet. Taking one more step down. And you look out and notice that you come to the most exquisite room you've ever seen. And you look over, and in the center of the room, there's a beautiful couch. There's a gorgeous couch, and you know that you are meant to go and sit on that comfortable, beautiful couch. As you sit down, feel the cushions. Feel the couch supporting you. Feel yourself relax into the support. Allow the beauty of this room to fill your cells, to fill all of the five senses. Maybe there's a smell that you love and sounds that are soothing to you in your nervous system. Maybe it's pure silence. You get to create it, imagine it, however you desire. And as you sit on this couch, you see that a screen comes down, a blank movie screen. The screen comes down in front of you. And then all of a sudden, there is light and something begins to be projected onto the screen. And you see that this is your future self. This is a future version of you being projected onto this screen. You notice this version of yourself so incredibly healthy, vibrant, confident, peaceful. You see this version of yourself exactly how you choose to be. See the clothes that you're wearing, the expression on your future self face. See this version of yourself moving through the world. What are you doing? Who are you speaking with? What kinds of conversations are you having? Where are you located on the planet? Just notice what you notice. And then this future self on the screen turns to you, looks directly in your eyes, and says, I have a message for you. Would you like to hear it? And if you'd like to hear it, then say yes and listen for the message. Don't judge the message, just listen. Perhaps the message comes verbally or visually or in a felt sense. And then if there's anything you want to ask, any questions that you have for that future self version of you, then go ahead and ask and then listen. And then when you feel complete, you can thank your future self with a smile, with a thank you, whatever feels correct for you. And then you notice something extraordinary begin to happen. That image of the future self on the screen comes off of the screen into form. And that future self walks right into your body and merges with you now. Merges with you now. Upgrading the codes of remembrance and collapsing the timelines that your future self is here now, inhabiting, in alignment, in harmony with you now. So be it, and so it is. So be it, and so it is. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Take a deep breath in. And a slow, steady breath out. And see yourself now sitting on that couch. You stand up. Feel the space around your body as you return to the stairwell. Begin to walk back up the stairs. Come up and up and up until you step back in through your third eye. Your consciousness comes back into your physical body. Your consciousness moves into your entire being. This upgraded consciousness is who you are now. I'm going to set the intention that all of these upgraded codes be assimilated and integrated with ease, joy, and grace. And that you know how to live your day-to-day life with these upgraded codes. That you know how to make decisions in your life from your true self, from this higher self place. That you're no longer a victim to your programs and conditionings from other people, from society, from culture, that you are living in union with Creator, and that this is now your default mode. You default to your highest self. You default to vitality, health, prosperity, integrity, love, peace, joy, creativity. So be it, and so it is. Place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. And we'll just spend the next minute in silence so that you can feel and sense, sensing the spine, sensing your central channel, sensing this new way of being that is really just your true way of being. And take a moment to thank yourself, thank your heart, to thank yourself for being here today, for being willing to open your heart, to being willing to step into even greater self-power, self-agency, self-sovereignty, for being willing to come into stillness and silence for long enough to shift the focus off of self and onto the planet, onto others, to remember that we are all connected, to remember that our inner work, our healing does matter to the very fabric of reality, to the very fabric of existence for all beings on the planet. That your meditation, that your prayer, that you living as the embodiment of wholeness does matter. That you standing in choice to choose love, to choose truth, to choose joy, to choose forgiveness. This matters not just for you, but for all beings through all time and space. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So just take a breath. If you have water or tea, just take a sip of water. And know that as we do this healing work, that it will be important to stay hydrated today so that your physical body can essentially keep up to your light body. Your light body works very quickly. Physical body is the most dense frequency, so we need to really support it so that everything can just harmonize easily. But we've already set that intention as well that you will assimilate and harmonize all of this in a really easy way. I'd love to hear in the chat if you're open to share how you're feeling, if anything came up throughout that journey for you, what you're walking away with, what you're feeling inside. Love to hear. And then in a moment, I'm going to share with you, I've got actually 3 ways to work together in very varying degrees. I created and really downloaded just in the last couple of days a whole new uh, program, which is going to be simply 5 journeys, similar to what we did today, uh, live, and that's called the Spiral Path. I'll share it with you in a second. Just want to look here and see what you're saying. Feeling empowered, very peaceful, beautiful. So, and these feelings of empowerment, of peace, of ease in your own body is how we not only heal ourselves, but walk out into our world now, walk out into our day in such a different quality in relationship. You are going to meet the moment differently when you come from this place, feeling calm and grounded. Beautiful. And we definitely need more calm, grounded, peaceful people on the planet right now. It just feels better too, right? It just feels better. Um, yeah, I really hope that this was helpful. It's my intention to remind us all that this work matters and that feeling peaceful and calm and in your heart is how you're going to stay really healthy and how we can actually be of service, not as martyrs, but to really take care of self and then to extend that out to our communities, our families, and the world at large. Feeling fuller, aligned, and alive from a grounded place. Beautiful. I love it. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. And you're so welcome. Um, okay, I'm just going to share my screen with you. If you're interested, you're welcome to stay on to have a peek at what's coming up. Hmm. Can you see my screen? Just give me a thumbs up. If it says ways to go deeper. Yep. Okay. So, um, I've got 3 things happening right now. They're all very different. So the first one is Sweet Freedom. This is a 10-day sugar detox. We're doing this inside of a group, which is always easier than trying to do this on your own. So if you know that your physical body, if you are feeling inflamed, if there's hormonal issues, if there's sleep issues, emotional issues, mental issues, this is all can be connected to sugar, which is affecting inflammation in the body. And now science is saying, yes, all dis-ease has an inflammatory component. Ayurveda has been saying this for a long time also, but it's always great when modern science comes through and we have some coherence there. So Sweet Freedom starts April 11th. You'll be guided by me through this program. We've got 2 live calls, then you'll also get daily support and connection if you're really wanting to look at the physical and have a nice spring cleanse and a great time to come back into clearing out a lot of the sluggishness from the heaviness of winter and the cocooning that happens in Ayurveda. This is one of the best times for us to really focus on eating leafy greens and those bitter foods that help to cleanse the liver and move us into the spring season. So, uh, Sweet Freedom's happening starting April 11th. Ink and Alchemy is a program that I have offered recently, and I'm going to do it again because it was so successful and the participants had such deep transformation. This is a program, it looks like it's a writing program. I'm not teaching you how to write, but we use writing as a portal, as a tool to go into access deeper creativity, access deeper Shakti power. And inside of each of those sessions, I'll take you into a theta brainwave state. You're going to write from that theta brainwave state. You don't have to know how to write. You don't have to have ever even journaled or anything before. It's not about performance. You don't have to read what you've written inside that group. It's going to quite seamlessly and magically start to bring stuff up. And then you'll also receive coaching on each of those calls for what arises and what you'd like greater support around. And then the Spiral Path is the brand new program that I was just mentioning that will be similar to our journey today. It's going to be 5 live journeys, and you'll also get the replays. So, similar to this work that we're doing today, we're going in, you're going to get downloads, you're going to get frequencies, upgrades to codes of prosperity, of health, of vitality. I have seen miracles through this energy healing work. It blows my mind every single time. Just last week, one of my clients, we went through an impromptu, very short, like 10-minute journey. She had put her back out, and literally by the end of that 10-minute journey, her back pain was completely gone. So I know that this, I know that this works. This stuff is amazing. Uh, and then I came up with a bundle offer. So if all 3 of these, if you're like, oh my God, I want to do them all, they're very different and they're going to support you through all aspects of your being, then I would like to offer you when you register by Tuesday. So you got a couple days to think about it if you need to think about it. The total of these programs together is 888, but if you'd like to do all of them, it's $688, so a $200 savings when you register by Tuesday. Um, every single one of these programs includes the replay. So if you can't make a date, that's fine. I will put in the chat, I'll put in the links to all the programs and to the registration as well. Uh, and then if you're wanting something deeper, if you're really wanting to do some deeper work together, then I would invite you to reach out to me personally. I have some spaces opening up for mentorship inside of my group programs. So mentorships are either 3 or 6 months in length. I've just put in the chat as well, all of the information for those programs for you, for what each of the programs entail, and then the links if you want to purchase are there as well. The deeper mentorship is 3 or 6 months in length, and these programs are the highest proximity to me, the deepest work that you'll do, where you are going to literally upgrade every area of your life. And one of my gifts is really seeing beyond the superficial, seeing the patterns beneath the patterns, seeing where your habits, where your unconscious and subconscious might be blocking you that you're not fully aware of. Uh, Not because I'm better than you, but because we all have our own subconscious blocks. I have my own blocks, and so I have people that reflect those back to me as well. It's very supportive for the things that I can't see because we just get inside of our own life and inside of our way of being. So if you're looking for that level of support, that level of transformation, then you can reach out to me. My email is m@themelanie.phillips. I'll put .com. Um, yeah. So I'll leave that there. I will be sending out the replay to you. You can revisit what we did today. You can go back through that journey if you like. You're welcome to share that with other people if you have friends or loved ones, or maybe people you don't really like who you think would really benefit. No, don't do that. Don't send it to them. But if you have people that you're like, wow, they would really jive with this and really get it, then you're welcome to share that with them as well. I think the more free we are individually, the more free we become in the world. You know, the Bodhisattva vow is the vow of the Bodhisattva is that the Bodhisattva will continue to return to earth until there is no more suffering. And so as we come here, conscious beings wanting to uplift others and ourselves, this is part of the work is to do our own healing so that we're not living in suffering, but that we can see beyond the conditioned programs and really access and live from that free state to the best of our ability. And it just gets better and better and better. So thank you ever so much. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions. And I would love to see you inside of any or all of those programs, whether that's the Ink and Alchemy writing, whether it's the Spiral Path, the new 5 sessions of live healing journeys, or the Sweet Freedom if you're wanting to go through some gentle, loving spring cleansing that is, this is not a boot camp and there's no guilt or shame here, but we really get to move together and have the energy of the group moving in that way. So, wishing you a beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you for carving out time to be here. It is my absolute joy, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Much love. Bye.